Welcome to 5 News Online. I'm Joe Ellison. Arkansas continues its push to be a trailblazer in the electric vehicle industry. The governor has created a council to help bring in manufacturers. Millions are going into charging stations, and this is something firefighters are now having to take notice of. Though the risk of an electric car fire is extremely low, they will have to fight these fires differently if there is one. Now, they want to make sure they're prepared. That's why many stations across our region are going through specialized training on this. Fort Smith fire experts say on a gas-powered car, they would use foam to put out the flames, but with electric cars, they'll actually be using water. Now, the reason for the change is the battery and how it reacts. The flames can reignite and burn for days. As the electric car industry grows in Arkansas, so will firefighters training. Meanwhile, Benton County is looking to expand the jail and consolidate their court system, but it has to be approved by voters first. The jail has faced overcrowding for several years, with 700 to 750 inmates on average over the last 6 months, but they only have about 669 beds. The Benton County Criminal Justice Coordinating Committee is looking at expanding the jail and even moving criminal courts to the jail, along with the prosecutors and the public defender's offices. Sheriff Sean Holloway says this is an important need for our community because of the continuing population growth.
It's a low crime. It's a great place to raise your family. And I think myself and I think many others would like to preserve that if we can. And that comes with keeping our crime in check and making sure our communities are safe. So I think this is one of the biggest issues facing Benton County.
Now, there is not a cost estimate for the project yet, but the county says it will likely go to a vote. The Benton County Quorum Court would need to approve the language for the ballot measure by the end of August, all to put that measure on the November ballot. Well, Fort Smith's Mayor George McGill made his State of the City address this week. He highlighted economic growth coming to the area, along with the future of education and infrastructure projects in Fort Smith. Now, in his address, he spoke about a new health and wellness research center, Haas Hall planning a location in Fort Smith, and the city's plan to resurface Towson Avenue. Mayor McGill mentioned the future of the Singapore Air Force Training Center and the $30 million investment in bringing Hollywood to Chaffee Crossing.
This is going to be the place to be. The western side of Arkansas, between Bella Vista and Fort Smith, Arkansas, is going to be the place to be.
Now, after the address, a Fort Smith police officer who was seriously injured in a domestic violence case last October was awarded the Mayor's Spirit of Service Award. Officer Robin Gaines was slashed in the neck by suspect Christopher Connor. Officer Gaines shot and killed Connor. 42-year-old Julie Moore was later found stabbed and beaten to death in her home. Connor is suspected of also killing his 15-year-old son. A Joplin police officer has been released from the hospital after he was injured during a shootout with a suspect that claimed the lives of 2 other officers. Officer Rick Hershey was released from the hospital this morning with family, friends, co-workers, and community members giving him a heroic send-off. This was actually yesterday morning. He had been recovering in the hospital since March 8th when he was shot trying to stop the suspect with his police cruiser. The shootout he was injured in also claimed the lives of Corporal Ben Cooper and Officer Jake Reed, who was a Bentonville High School graduate. Well, those are some of our top stories. I'm Joe Ellison. Catch up with us again tomorrow right here at 5 News Online. Have a great day.